You guys can hit us up if you have a question, comment. 877-77-BOBBY. 877-77-BOBBY. Let's do the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
We mentioned it earlier, and I get confused on the two, but there's another lottery at $1 billion. It is the Mega Millions. The Mega Millions jackpot is tied for the fourth largest in the game's history. No winner. It is now going to be over $1 billion, $1.05 billion. And you know who makes all this money from this? The IRS.
Oh, yeah.
This thing goes up, a lot of taxes. They get paid.
Who cares?
I don't care. I'm just saying it's a good deal.
$400 million. You
They
get
win
$600
too.
No
million.
one's angry. Not a single person's angry. I'm not angry. I'm just saying they get $500 million.
And what do they do with that money, by the way? Like when you give that $400 million to the IRS, where does it go?
I would assume where all of our taxes go, which is a hole that we don't know.
Okay.
Potholes get fixed.
Build our roads.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But police officers get paid.
Oh, that's where the money goes?
Well, it could be federal or state. I have no idea. I'm just saying the things that our taxes are supposed to go to. That's where I think about it going, but I don't know.
I just didn't even know where
Schools.
our taxes went. All right.
Schools.
Yeah, education.
Boom. There you go. Cardi B throws her microphone at a concert goer who tossed a drink at her on stage.
Again?
First of all, I watched the clip.
It's crazy.
And I felt really weird about it, first of all, because why would it's a daytime, she's like performing, it's daytime, and someone takes her drink, and she's like leaning over rapping, and just chunks it in her face.
What on earth?
Now, that to me is cringeworthy to watch. I hate people throwing stuff at people. She then takes her microphone and chunks it into the crowd at that person. Now, she is left-handed as can be, and as another lefty, I saw that immediately.
Respect.
Yes, I was like, look at her, she's left-handed, Cardi B. I just would be so nervous. She threw that microphone into a crowd.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, do you hit the
Like
right
pinpoint,
person?
you gotta have pinpoint accuracy.
Right.
Like if you ain't Greg Maddox, somebody's gonna sue you. But that's what happened. She hurled her microphone at an unruly concert goer who launched a drink at her during her performance in Las Vegas on Saturday. She chunks that microphone. Security intervened. Cardi B yelled from the stage. The microphone was returned to her. She just kept doing the show.
Okay.
It is not immediately known if any charges were filed, but I hope they are. We have to stop letting people throw stuff. They're going to end up putting cages in front of it,
Yeah.
So
like the
dumb.
Blues Brothers or like old country acts.
Or
that
like clear
plastic.
glass,
Yeah.
plexiglass,
Like at the
whatever.
store when you have to talk to the
Like
people.
a jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dumb.
The best Netflix shows of all time. The top 5 hit series is most recommended by experts through all these big sites. Ready? Number 5, The Crown.
Good.
I watched a season of it. I liked it okay.
I watched them all. I love it.
Number 4, Squid Game. Excellent. A+.
The best.
Awesome. I didn't even like shows not in English. It was awesome, though.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's great. Number 3, Orange is the New Black. Really good.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it a lot.
Did it go on too long, though? I gave up. I never saw the
Yeah,
end.
I mean, yes. Yes. Unless you're British, your show will go on too long. Anything we do here in America, we pretty much squeeze every bit of juice out of it. In the UK, they do like 2 or 3 seasons and they're done. But unless, American shows, we're like, how do we make the most money possible? Number 2, BoJack Horseman on Netflix. Never watched it.
What?
It's a cartoon, I think.
Okay.
No.
And then number 1, Stranger Things, which I watched like 2 seasons of.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I kind of lost interest, but when 11, is that her name?
The girl, yeah, 11.
When she turned 33, I was like, this is weird.
they're
It was like
all
when the
older.
Backstreet Boys became men. You're like, the boy's name just ain't working anymore.
Right.
So that's from studyfinds.org. Errors in disease diagnosis from doctors lead to 800,000 deaths and disabilities a year. We talked about being misdiagnosed on this show, but misdiagnosis in the U.S. lead to hundreds of thousands of deaths and major disabilities every single year. Each year, an estimated 795,000 Americans become permanently disabled or die due to a misdiagnosis. Think about that, almost 1 million people.
That's not good.
Crazy.
Oh.
The top 5 misdiagnosed conditions were stroke, sepsis, pneumonia, venous thrombolysis, I don't know, dude, and a lung cancer. That 4th one, I'm just going to punt and not try to.
I'm going to Google.
So it's
see
like
if
they
I-
missed it. Like they had sepsis and the doctors missed it and
Or
then
they
they end up
said it was
dying.
something else.
Yeah.
That's from Fox News. This is where AI though is going to actually be great for us because it's going to do a lot better with medical diagnoses than what's happening now.
It is?
Oh yeah.
Are we sure?
Oh yeah.
I-
Think
so-
about the internet. AI is just the internet. Really. AI is just the internet
but-
in a better way. We were like, is the internet going to kill us? Are we is it all? And sure, there are some bad things that happens on the internet, but for the most part, the internet allows us to communicate with people in other parts of the world, to take cures. I mean, Yes.
Right, but when you say that you have a sore throat on the internet, it says that you're going to die.
They're going
Right.
to ask for more.
Okay.
I'm like, I misdiagnose myself online all the
But
time.
that's a you thing.
But if I go to the doctor and I have a choice between human doctor and AI
They can
doctor,
work together. Everybody thinks you have to just be
I know, but I just
run by robots.
Oh, it's not man versus robot?
No, it's not.
they just work.
We don't just go into like the self-checkout at the doctor.
Okay.
And you put your head on there. Beep.
That's what I was picturing, and I was like, "Whoa!" But I see your
No,
point
no.
of like checks and balances. Like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. AI, what do you think?
That's weird. You would talk to the AI in a deep voice like that.
What's up, AI?
Yes, and I think your concern is valid because we always go to worst case scenario. Not just in this, in every situation. Our mind goes, "What's the worst thing that could happen?" But I think it'll be AI giving us access to more knowledge quicker, with more dependable results.
Okay.
They did this on court cases that had already been settled without the bias of hearing or seeing the people. And it was like 42% more accurate, which is crazy high because you're already supposed to be 100% accurate.
That's crazy.
And it was like 40% more accurate on being correct in the case.
I wonder how many of those misdiagnoses are coming from doctors that claim to be doctors, but they're not.
Probably not a whole lot, but I love where your mind goes. You are so scared of that happening. She's scared of a crying baby on the side of the road pulling over for it because a gang will attack her. And then she's listening to so many podcasts
Dr. Death,
that she thinks that Dr. Death is going to be her doctor.
Right.
he was performing back surgeries, and he had no business doing that.
That's crazy.
Like he was putting people in wheelchairs that weren't going.
But that's such a crazy story that the reason that
I don't know.
becomes its whole podcast
He
is
lived in Texas.
But
A lot of
Amy's
doctors
right,
do, yeah.
because you think, oh, that can't be me, but it hasn't. It happens to someone.
just like the lottery. But has it happened to you?
Not yet, man.
Right.
Not yet. Oh man,
The
I'll
reason
win
it's
the
such a
lottery.
big news story or podcast is because it doesn't happen often.
Right, but
Yeah. But no,
It
but.
happened.
Okay. A guy's hospitalized for a spider bite in his throat.
Whoa. How did he get in there?
Probably asleep with his mouth open like me.
So, went to sleep. Spider went in, chilling,
oh,
minding his business. Guy wakes up, bite in his throat.
But you know the spider was terrified, right? It's almost like being swallowed by a whale.
Yeah, the spider didn't want that to happen either.
It's like, I'm in the throat.
It's like a snake. A snake's only going to bite you if it's scared, hungry,
Yeah.
threatened.
Yeah.
Spider, same thing.
Interesting.
It's not trying to eat the wall. That's what the spider would be doing. Like, I'm bored. Let me eat. No, I'm sure it was scared.
Wow.
But yeah,
wow.
it happened to the guy's throat. He was referred to an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Checked in. They did a camera. I thought he was going to die because his throat was swelling up so fast and so bad. Oof. Commercial pilots were told not to speak publicly about UFOs, and they had their jobs threatened. This is from the Daily Mail. There was a big government. All these guys
Hearing.
testified. There was a hearing with Air Force,
Navy.
sergeant, lieutenants, majors, and they were like, "Look, this is our truth. We know this. We've seen this. We were told not to say anything about it." Under oath, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
And so now there have been dozens of reports of strange lights in the north across the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. A lot of pilots have come forward, but not publicly to this one specific guy. And he's like, a lot of pilots have come to me and said this because they're told they can't really go anywhere else to say it. Amy, your thoughts?
I mean, I want to believe these people. There's got to be something to it. I just don't know what it is. Like, is it for sure aliens or is it
It doesn't have to be aliens.
Right.
It can be non-human. That's what
right?
the guy said.
Non-human.
Like monkeys.
Oh yeah, there was non-human.
No, not animals.
Body
You
know what I
parts.
mean?
But is it
Horse,
like another
unicorn,
country
bear.
like sending stuff or?
The technology apparently is we don't even understand it because of the physics of it.
Okay.
Meaning you can't go 200 miles an hour and then just all of a sudden go 200 miles an hour the other
Back.
way.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, we don't understand it.
Yeah.
Cool.
My thoughts are I'm more open to this than I ever have been.
Are you more worried about this happening or Dr. Death cutting on your back?
good question.
Great question.
Dr. Death, because honestly, I honestly like we hear these stories and then it's just like, okay, well, I guess now we're closer to knowing that there's aliens, but like none of our lives are really affected by it.
But I'm
at
telling
the
you, they
moment.
will be. They will be.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll do one more story here. What do the wealthy invest in? What do you think wealthy people invest in most?
House.
Land.
Real estate.
That's
Cars.
number one. Property is most.
There you
Of
go.
all their investments, these tend to be the most lucrative in the long term. Next up is luxury items that they think will continue to rise in value, such as rare whiskey and whiskey bottles.
Whoa.
which their values increased 373% over the last 10 years.
What?
Wow. Watches, classic cars, art, and sports memorabilia. That is from Statista.com. I'll tell a story. Remind me on the post show today. I want to tell a story about you writing a note? Mm-hmm. Thank you. We were at somebody's house and they had this very expensive bottle of alcohol and Eddie went right for it. We just have, just as a show.
But
all
it was
of us.
already open?
We haven't talked about this?
We haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
Just as a show, myself included, we have no, as a group, no tag. We don't do it on purpose. Mm-hmm. But I'll talk about it in the post-show podcast, which you can listen to the podcast. All right, thank you. That's the news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
All right, let's play In Your Love from Tyler Childers' Bobby Bones Show. Todd Chrisley from Chrisley Knows Best says he's being mistreated in prison
Oh.
because he's a celebrity. Oh,
What are they doing?
not being nice.
Be mean to him?
It's not nice. You stole money either.
Like by staff or other prisoners?
Chrisley Knows Best star Todd Chrisley claims he's being mistreated in prison. Allegations include unauthorized photos taken of him while he's asleep, destruction of his mail, harsh living conditions.
Yeah, that's prison, right?
Except for the pictures taken while asleep. That's what I thought too. That's
I mean, you're in prison, man.
He attributes the poor treatment to his fame and has requested a transfer to home confinement.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to request a transfer to home confinement for this job too. You guys are not nice to me sometimes, so I just want to only work at home.
We don't take pictures of you while you're sleeping.
It's not known if he will be granted that or if his wife Julie, also in prison, would be able to join him. If he gets home confinement and gets to go live in a mansion, that ain't prison.
No.
It does sound like he's down in the dumps, so you know what this calls for, Lunchbox.
I think it means another letter.
Another
Like a
letter to
pick-me-up.
Todd Chrisley from Lunchbox. A pick-me-up.
That's what
Like,
it means.
hey, man, we feel you. We are out here thinking about you. You're strong. You can survive. Like, you are. What does Amy always say? You can do more than you think you can do. You got to think
Lunchbox says a lot of
positive.
times, what does this person always say? Then he just makes something up.
Yeah, like Amy says, manifest it. Like manifest positive thoughts. You can overcome these obstacles. I think I'm gonna write him a letter today.
I think you should write him a letter
Yeah.
and tell him to keep his butt in jail.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna be like, but if you need visitors, I will come.
Got it. You're using this as a way to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Get on the
be
list.
allowed on the list. Okay. Yeah, that's prison, bro. And you're in a nice prison.
Yeah, so what's harsh conditions?
Probably
Well,
the lighting ain't great.
Can't
Yeah, you're
picture
probably
it.
used to a pretty nice life in a
The light, yeah,
mansion.
the lighting. And,
Oh,
it's like
fluorescent.
those dressing rooms when you go in, you look terrible.
Yeah.
You ever get in a dressing room and you're like, let me see how this looks on me, and you're like, ugh, I haven't. If I take my shirt off in a dressing room, it looks so much worse
No, it's really
than if I'm at home.
strange because it's a pretty universal thing
Yeah.
in all dressing rooms, and you would think they would want you to feel
better,
really
yeah.
good.
I wanna
so you
feel pretty.
Buy more.
But instead,
Or-
I go to the mall and it's like, why do I have 3 nipples in this mirror? It's weird.
Actually, maybe they want to make you feel bad, so you buy more.
There's got to be something because it's just been happening for way too long.
Because you're like, I need to feel better. I need to feel better. Buy.
Listen to this. This is from the Daily Mail. My fiance wants to donate sperm to his female best friend, and he made me feel guilty for saying no.
What?
Then
No.
don't marry the dude.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Female best friend can find someone else.
They can have each other.
And I don't think this is a cheating thing.
No, not at all. But,
But still, I agree. I agree with you. Christy, 33, does not want her fiance to give sperm to a female friend. She says they are making her feel guilty for saying no. Now Christy is terrified his best friend Michelle. It's also a weird thing that it's a best friend.
Yeah, because y'all are gonna have kids, and they're gonna have a kid, and they're gonna be like,
They can be brothers.
yeah, half brothers.
brothers.
They say it's just sperm, but once it becomes a real human, how's he going to behave? She said her partner is not the kind to abandon anyone, which makes her concerned that he won't be able to detach from the child. But also, he has to respect your wish about something this fundamentally important. This thing could change a whole relationship. You got a kid with somebody, that's your kid, it's your best friend. It's different if it's somebody you don't know. And again, that's still something you got to deal with. But if it's like, hey, I'm going to donate sperm because somebody in Indonesia wants a kid. Well, that kid ain't gonna be living next door.
Well, yeah, you're
different.
normally not involved.
Yes. And even that's an issue, probably.
Right.
But this is a best friend.
And they're not married yet, so is that a red flag? Like, should
Yes.
you be?
If he says I'm doing it anyway, then I'm also leaving anyway.
I mean, considering it is like getting hot pinkish,
What?
pink, red. Like
so
we're
you're saying
getting-
it's a red flag that he's just considering it? And that best friend, what's up with her
Yes.
being like guilting too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a red flag. He's considering helping
Well,
her
it's a red
have a
f-
child.
No, it's a red flag that they're making her feel guilty because once the fiance says I'm not comfortable with this does not make me feel good.
Drop it.
Well, I think you have one more because the feeling at first that she has is going to be reactionary. Okay, I want to go and I'm going to take some of this sperm. I want to have a kid with my best friend. Well, my reaction is going to be like, what? You're crazy. That's the reaction. The response 3 days later when you talk about it again is going to be probably a little more valuable in this communication. But my response would be, what? You're crazy. But get that 3 day later response as well. But yes, I would say no.
I don't think she's going to change her response because
I
it's
agree.
it's her fiance's sperm. It's not just sperm,
I agree.
guys.
I agree.
She likes this dude.
Nobody's arguing with you, Eddie. You're
Yeah.
getting
Well,
all the
no,
way up in arms.
Lunchbox is.
No, he's just asking a question in an
Oh.
aggressive way.
Yeah.
Mostly. Yes.
Yeah, all I did was ask a question. Now you're yelling at me. All I did
yeah.
was like, I don't understand. He's just trying to help the woman have a kid.
So are you cool then? Where do you stand on this?
Man, I kind of think you can let him do it because you want to. That friend, you're obviously probably friends with her also. If that's your fiance's best friend,
Through association, sure.
yeah. So you want her to have the joy of
Not
having
super close.
having a child, and you want it to be a good child. You don't want it to like she has to go to some random dude and get sperm. Like you don't know how it's going to turn out.
That's showbiz, baby.
Right.
Oh man, that sucks.
It would suck to have my husband's son 3 houses down
Yeah.
with his that's too much.
I mean, or just
Too much drama. It's problematic. It's complicated.
Modern Family. I don't know.
Is that in Modern Family?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, things are going to get more complicated the more we can end up doing. Like, you never know. Maybe someone could do this and actually make it work and be healthy with
Yes,
it.
but
I don't
that's
know.
only if the person says, I agree, we should do it.
Right.
Once she said no, it's a no.
Because I figure you always want to ask someone you know to donate the sperm. So
I would figure you wouldn't. You would just trust the
Oh.
pamphlet that's like
Oh, boy.
6'3".
Gosh, but we hear those stories of like men have
Ripped abs.
You know, donated so much they have 100 children out there.
And do you think they make that up to make the person that sperm more attractive? Like, so you'll pick that one. Like they've had it in the bank
I
for a
can usually
while.
look at sperm with my eyes and tell
Okay.
and go, I see, yeah. I can see the height.
Really?
Weight. Yeah, just a
Okay.
little. I don't know that you purposefully can just lie. I think there is an obligation to the nurse or whomever is there.
Are there photos? Like if they say,
You guys ask me a lot of questions that I don't know anything about, guys. I mean, honestly, I'm giving my best judgment here, but I don't know.
Yeah, but you have a doctorate,
I've never been to a
so-
sperm bank, and I'm a doctor of letters.
No, that's true.
Yeah. So, but I'm sorry. I don't know, but I would think that there's got to be some regulations.
I'm going to ask.
Well, somebody
You're gonna
has
call
to
a
know.
sperm bank?
Yeah.
Also, ask your wife if it's cool if you give sperm to a sperm bank. And
To a best friend.
Hidden record her. No,
Okay.
just a sperm bank. Don't even do
Sperm
best
bank.
friend.
Oh,
Okay.
No,
or both.
And
but I don't think she'll believe the friend thing. Lunchbox's wife is really on to him at this point.
Okay, he is into money. So let's say he is offered money for sperm. How about that?
I'll say I got an ad in my email for a sperm bank, and they want to pay $2,000 or something. That's the angle I'll go with.
You think she'll believe that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let us know how that goes.
So you think I'm going to call a sperm bank and see how they select?
I'd go.
How much do you think you get?
Probably about $2,000
$100 to $120 per visit.
Wow, that's not
That's
bad.
it. Mm-hmm. So if you give a kid to someone,
It's not giving a
But
kid.
you're-
It's
you
giving,
only give $120.
There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee you're getting a kid, and they may not ever
Well,
use
don't they
that.
do the fertilization?
Yes, but there's still no guarantee.
And also, listen, I'm not talking about things I don't know here.
Yeah, should I call a sperm bank or someone that's gotten sperm?
How are you
How are you
going
going
to
to call that? 1-800.
No, I
Who's
know
got
some
sperm?
people. I know people.
No, do both, but call a sperm bank. See if you can get somebody to answer the phone,
Okay.
and don't just laugh.
Man, that's going to be kind of funny.
No, it's not. All right, let me go to Monica real quick in Nashville, who's on the phone. Hey, Monica, welcome to the Bobby Bone Show. What's going on?
Hey, morning, studio.
Morning.
So I went to your show at the CMA Theater, I guess the weekend before last. And so my question was, whenever you brought Eddie out, is it always that response? Because everybody was chanting and like really loving the fact that Eddie was brought out to play. So I didn't know if that was something that was always.
Here's the thing about Eddie. People love him.
Yeah,
People love him. I love him. We love him. And I think they're excited about Eddie. They're excited about a Raging Idiots performance, a Secret Raging Idiots performance. But we're going to do it in Wichita for sure. And are you able to come to Tampa?
I think I can do Tampa.
So Wichita and
Yeah.
Tampa for sure. So Wichita's not this weekend, but next weekend for 2 nights, and Tampa for 2 nights. So
So I'm confused though. Was she happy to see me,
Oh,
or
she's
was she
surprised.
just surprised
Great
that everyone
question.
was happy to see me?
Monica.
Oh, well, my daughter was right next to me. She's 13. She was freaking out and like throwing the hearts in the air. And I was like, wow. I was just thinking, I wonder if this happens every time he comes out, because I was super stoked too. I guess because it was a surprise. It was a surprise as well. But
Yes. People
and
love
then I was
Eddie.
there that night that y'all sang your first song that you just came out with.
Yeah.
And I thought it was awesome. I'm offended.
Yeah, people got
Hilarious.
people are offended by that now.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
They
people are
got
offended by
offended.
the song about me making fun of people who are offended. It is weird. Yeah, Monica, thank you for calling and asking that. I freak out every time Eddie walks in the room.
You do.
Before the show starts. I'm like, Eddie!
It's that same response.
I do hearts in the air. Yeah. Monica, have a great day. Thank you for calling.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let me do one more call. This is Taylor in Savannah, Georgia. Taylor, welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning, studio.
Morning.
I was calling to talk about BetterHelp. I was going through the sign-in process, and then they asked you, how did you find out about BetterHelp? And I selected a celebrity, and it gives a drop-down menu. And Bobby was not on the list, even though he gives the commercials for them.
Yeah, I think for the show, like if you're going to go and you heard us talk about it, it's betterhelp.com/bones. And that's where you get the deal. I don't think you get a deal if you just mention a celebrity. I think if you go to betterhelp.com/bones, that's where you get the 10% off for the first month. But good for you. I'm a big mental health advocate. I love therapy. I don't love going. Sometimes I like going, but I love what it does for me. So good luck with that. And this is not a commercial, I promise. Are you a commercial, Taylor?
No, I am not a commercial. I was
Boom.
just calling to let you know that they don't think you're a celebrity.
Who does? I'm in this weird
I do.
purgatory. Nah, I mean,
What do you label yourself as? Mildly, what is it?
oh, I am mildly known in rural areas.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Well, what's an example of a celebrity that was on the drop down?
There was Ariana Grande. That's
a
one
real
that I
celebrity.
remember.
Yeah, I mean, she's
She's famous.
That's a real
Worldwide.
celebrity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm moderately known in rural areas. Thank you for your call. And yeah, betterhelp.com/bones. Right, guys?
yes.
Yes. Thank you. Hope you have a great day, Taylor.
Thank you, you too.
All right. right, give me something from the weekend. I'll go first. We went to watch the Barbie movie. It was really, really good.
Really good?
I wanted it to be bad because I wanted to be the contrarian that came in and was like, Mike D, you don't know what you're talking about. My wife, you don't know what you're talking about. Everybody. I was going in going, there's no way it's going to be. I don't want it to be good. It's really good. It's good in so many ways.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like absurd. It's funny. It's a wonderfully written parody of how men and women are treated in America. It's really good.
Okay.
If you want to watch it like a kid watches SpongeBob, you can. If you want to watch it like an adult watches SpongeBob, you can. You can take a 7-year-old, no problem. There's not a single bad word in it. I think this is the D word at the very end one time.
The D bag?
Nope.
Oh.
This is the ram.
Oh, really? That one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know that I caught that. And I thought
do you
it
mean
was
that
odd
one?
when
It's not that bad, right?
Right. It's the least of all the bad.
Okay.
Kid can watch it because you don't get. It's like watching SpongeBob. There are some underneath the covers jokes on SpongeBob's
Innuendos.
Absolutely. There's a point, and I don't want to give any of the movie away because I think it's super good. But they live in a fake land, and Barbie, Margot Robbie, has to come to the real human land for whatever reason. And so Ken follows her, who's Ryan Gosling, who, by the way, is the greatest looking human I've ever seen. I'm just going to talk. He's ripped. His shirt's not on the whole movie. I'm just the whole time it's like, it's amazing. He's just ripped and hot, everything. It's awesome. Anyway, so I'm watching this, and there's a part where in Barbie world, women make they're the ones who rule it because Barbie's, she runs it. She's independent. She's strong. She's the president. And they come over to, and Ken has no idea because where he's from, women are the ones making all the decisions, and it's a wonderful place. And he starts reading books about how America works, and he's like, "Wait, men rule?" And so he's like, "Oh, I get to do this just because I'm a man." So when he's going looking for a job, it's hilarious.
Interesting.
He's like, "I'd like a job that has a," he goes up to a doctor, and he's like, "I'd like to talk to a doctor. I want to be a doctor." And she's like, "You can't be a doctor. You need to have this education." And he's like, "I know. I want to talk to a doctor first." She goes, "I am a doctor." And he goes, and then some dude walks by that's like a janitor or something, and he's like, "That's probably who I need to talk to," just because it was a guy. It's so funny. It's so funny. So Barbie, I give it I've never given anything a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Oh wow.
Wow.
4.5 pink boxes out of 5. Will Ferrell's funny in it.
You wear pink to it?
I did. I wore pink shorts and pink shoes.
What in the world?
That's what everyone's
I wear pink
doing.
anyway. I
Okay,
love
just
pink.
because everybody's doing it doesn't mean you have to do it.
It gives me a reason to wear more pink. I love wearing pink, even outside of Barbie.
Yeah, it's fun.
And my wife has these pink boots that she wore. And so we were at a stoplight, and I was like, "Hey, put your boots up on the dash. I'm going to take a picture of your boots." There's a video on my Instagram of us. And so we're not moving in the car. And people are like, "She needs to get her boots off the dash. Her knees will ram into her eye sockets if you crash. Oh, it's the most unsafe thing ever."
Okay, guys.
We were not moving. And everybody, CTFO. And the first 2 words are chill the, okay?
Yeah. The last word's out.
Everybody thinks they need to be like Instagram cop. "Oh, I can't believe her. Doesn't she know that's setting a bad example?" If the worst example that your kids see on Instagram is somebody putting their boots on a dash so I can take a video with the car not moving, your kids are doing pretty good. So that was the big stupid drama. And my wife doesn't even like to be on social media but when people like start coming at her in her DMs because her feet were on the dash in a non-moving car, she's like, this is what is just annoying about it. So, but yeah, we watched it. We love Barbie. It was really good. I don't see, unless you hear from a politician going, "Don't like Barbie," there's no reason you would not like Barbie.
Right.
Unless you're being told by someone who's trying to divide us within a culture war, because that's how politics are now settled. They create culture wars, and then they expect us to fall in line of a culture war and let that dictate who we vote for, even though it has nothing to do with really policy. That's it. Barbie's super funny. People are like, "I'm never watching that bull crap." Okay, well, if you've never watched it, how do you know it's bull crap? And I don't think everybody's going to like it. I'm not saying it's the greatest movie ever, but I really enjoyed it. So that was me.
It's made a lot of money.
It crushed again this weekend.
I feel like it's going to keep going.
It's
so good.
I mean, it got Bobby to the theater.
It's yep.
That's all you got to say.
2 movies in like 3 years.
That's amazing.
That's
Good
one
point.
of them. So yeah, Barbenheimer topped again.
Barbenheimer.
Barbie with 93 million. Oppenheimer at almost 50 million.
Dang, man.
So pretty cool. Amy, give me a headline from your weekend.
George Strait. I mean, I wasn't originally going to go to his show. He had 2, like one Friday night, one Saturday night. And then on Saturday, I was like, you know what? Why am I not going? And then one of my friends was going, so we rallied and we went, and it was the best decision ever.
Rallied. I haven't heard that since college.
Rally.
And I never got
rally.
drunk. My rally would be from
No.
exhausted from like staying up working and stuff.
I didn't rally. My friend doesn't drink. We didn't rally that
No,
way.
you rallied,
it was
Amy.
like, no, we just got ready and got down there. Because, I mean, it started at 5:45 with Little Big Town, then Chris Stapleton, then George Strait. So you wanted to get there early.
How was it?
It was so good.
How was Chris Stapleton?
Amazing. Like, he's so good. And everybody is singing like every word. He's powerful on stage for sure. Little Big Town was amazing. But then with George, I was there Saturday night and a storm rolled in. So it got cut early, lightning. And
How early?
Early. He still had a lot of songs left.
But like halfway.
He was probably maybe half or a little more than half is what it felt like. And then I thought, well, this is it. They're making him get off stage and he's not going to play Amarillo by Morning. And this is a total bummer. And then because like the set list from the night before, at least, Amarillo by Morning was like second or third to last. And he was like, I got to get off stage. But then he was like, started Amarillo by Morning, and he didn't leave until he played that song.
They probably then pivoted to that because they know that's what most people want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like meaning it was not there in the set list right there.
No.
Yeah.
It was way further down. And he was like, well, I can't walk off without playing that.
I mean, Chris Stapleton as the main support.
It's amazing.
George, I mean, that's a great show. That's awesome.
Yeah, Chris came out and sang with George. It was good. I think they could have taken the weather into consideration because George also did some covers like early on. And I'm like, weather, you see a storm
Like look at
coming
the
in.
radar.
Yeah, like let's go ahead and like just pull the covers.
Got it. Eddie?
Man, my headline, Miami goes hard. I went to Miami with another couple. It was a couple's trip. And on Saturday night, I believe, or Friday night, we were like, we got to go get dinner. So we make reservations online. The earliest was 10:30 p.m. We're like, that's okay. It's Eastern. We will it's like 9 o'clock for us. So we show up. Our table's not ready for about 30 more minutes. It's already like 11 p.m. And it turns in, I didn't know that restaurant was going to turn into a nightclub. We sit down. Our table is in the middle of the dance floor. We're the only ones eating. I can't understand.
Oh my God, I'm looking at the video. Eddie's having dinner and there are people standing up next to him with bottle service.
Like I couldn't even understand the server. I had to write on my phone and be like, this is what I want to order. And I'd hold my phone up.
I mean, Papa's having like a quesadilla. That's hilarious.
Dude, it was crazy. And then this rapper showed up, Sway Lee. I think he's singing, it's like Sunshower. He shows up and starts singing. I'm like,
Sunflower.
dang, that one, Sunflower. Miami goes hard.
Lunchbox, what you got?
Pool. We hit the pool Friday. We hit the pool Saturday. We hit the pool Sunday. A lot of pool time. Summer's coming to an end. Pools are going to be closing, the city pools. So you got to get that pool time in.
It's just not getting less hot though.
No.
Like summertime's
Getting real
coming in,
hot.
but it's really freaking hot. Everybody's good though?
No,
And I get another one, shocked. I didn't get an email offering us George Strait tickets. Like, what? Usually when artists come to town, we get an email. Hey, so-and-so's having a concert.
You could have gotten them.
I'm just saying. No, I didn't even know he was coming until I saw people were there. And I
They
was like,
even had, there was extra pair. They said, hey, give these away on Instagram.
Oh, I saw you doing that.
Yeah.
You didn't call Lunchbox?
I didn't know he wanted them. I thought they
He wants everything.
Always.
I just
shocked.
assumed
Doesn't matter.
everyone
See
had
a
been.
couch on the side of the road, give him a call. Got George Strait tickets, give him a call.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.